time for a new NOMADE Knitter podcast. It's today episode number 9 that we've come this far already. I feel like 9 episodes is quite a lot, even though I don't make them that often. It's over a year, so it's not that many, but 9 already feels like a lot. And I'm excited. I have some finished, like a pile of finished objects, some accessories more, and not so many work in progress, which normally I have a lot of, but I'm not so super in the cast on vibe at the moment, even though I have a lot of ideas. But most of the ideas are with the same needle sizes that I'm already using for something else, so I'm always like, I can't cast on right now, but I have some plans and new ideas. But first, welcome to today's episode of NOMADE Knitter podcast.
Sometimes life goes easy, sometimes life goes do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Sometimes minds go crazy, sometimes minds go do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do.
It's just water. So, my coffee that I had poured is long gone, because when I started or wanted to film, I have everything laying around ready for it to be filmed, and then I had the coffee, but then I realized there was no battery on my camera. Yay! So now it's like many hours later, and I had lunch and I had coffee and I had knitted some and hung out with my partner. So now we are here filming. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Martina, I'm 28 years old. I'm pregnant with my first child. You can see now. I have 1 month left until my due date. It will be in the middle of March. We will see when it happens. Yes, and we live here in Denmark, and I'm on maternity leave. I'm knitting and enjoying my days off, baking, as I said, knitting, and I've been lately fermenting some things, like fermenting some kale, and I made some fermented carrots that are really healthy for the gut. And then I'm prepping for the birth and for the postpartum phase. Like I want to bake some things to freeze and have them ready. That's what I do at the moment here. And yeah, today it snowed. Actually, there's a little bit of snow outside. My first finished object I'm not so fond of, but it's finished. And it was quick done, a quick make. I made it in December. These are socks. There are 2. It's a whole finished pair. And it's the Sunday socks by Petite, and it's self-striping yarn. The color is called like latte macchiato. I just don't like how this color turned out. Like these stripes. I feel it's more fun when it's small stripes and small patterns. I guess I just need to make my own pattern kind of socks, because every time I use these self-striping ones, I'm a little bit disappointed. Because this one isn't so fun. I also don't like the colors. I don't know what I was thinking. It's red. I don't know. So, but they're done, and they're very different. Somehow socks always turn out different when I make them, because at the second time I trust that I can do the pattern without looking at it. But most times it turns out I can't. But the mistakes are not, you can't really see them. But I mean, this one is a bit longer than this one. But other than that, I think I really hit it with like the color changes. I'm really proud of that. That really worked. Like to start in the good time, like to start at the same time. I think that went really well. Yes, not more to say. I have done that pattern now 4 times knitted pairs, like 4 times I knitted socks with that pattern. This is a good, easy go-to pattern. I have her Sunday sock pattern and everyday sock pattern, and that's the patterns that I go with mostly. And that's also not a thing I knit the most of, socks. No, I'm not wearing, but the ones I wear the most, my aunt made. So she makes some really good socks. Next object is finished. I have shown you. You might, like in my last podcast, I think I was working on it. It was a whip. It's Oslohat. Not blocked yet, but I wore it a lot already. So it's not rolled perfectly yet. It's always weird to show hats with this hairstyle, but it's a really, really good hat. I really love it. Okay, when I press this down, yeah, I really like it. And the color is really good. It goes with many other colors because it's not really a color, it's brown and just matches all of my colorful things. And I knitted it shorter than the pattern says. I have knitted one Oslohat before that was blue and it was way too long, so I had to open it up and start over. And this one I just knitted in a smaller size. I think this child size, the biggest of the child sizes, junior or something. I think it was called junior. And then I just knitted it really short. Like I tried it on every time. Like when it was here, I started the decreases. Yeah. And the yarn is like an alpaca. It's called Hjertegarn. It's Danish, from a Danish brand called Hjertegarn, held together with alpaca 400. It's also from Hjertegarn, and it's instead of silk mohair. It's a Oslohat silk mohair edition. Yeah, I don't know the other one. What that's? Yeah. Really happy with this. The Oslohat is a great pattern to make. Really thin needles, but it's just a really fun knit. The only thing that's tough is to fold down this double. Like you fold it down and knit it on. I think that's just always, you have to really be focused. So it took me a while to finish it because I was always, yeah, like not finding the right situation to sit and do the thing. Like I remember being on a trip but in the train I finally did it. But when I was talking to friends, and it's not an easy knit to do. That little, the knitting the band on. The rest is easy. Yeah, nothing more to say to that. Then I love it, and I think I will knit more of those in the future. And then I have one thing that is, because these are things that I knitted for myself, and then I have one finished object that I knit for the baby, and then I have 2 things, or one for my partner. This one was actually also first for my partner, but he didn't like the fit, it was too big. But I like the fit, so it's the balaclava. Becca's balaclava by Vitra Design. I've knitted this one literally 100 times, or maybe 20 times, but it's a lot. I knitted many times for friends. It's like, so it's perfect like this, having it hanging out and then put it up when you need it, like mostly without this thing, and then you can wear your bike helmet on. I mean, we've all seen balaclavas and it's a big thing, and I have a lot of them, different designs, mostly from Vitra Design, but I love also knitting them. So it's mine now, and I knitted this with a double Sunday yarn that I had left over, and then I bought another ball of yarn. It was his Christmas present, and he was very happy. But I have knitted him one, and that one is just different. It doesn't go so deep in the back, it's very slim here, like shorter here, and I think I knitted him the women's size and not the or just the smaller size, and this is the biggest size, and then maybe I thought that's what I knitted for him last time. He will get another one. Another one. And now something that's been asked about many times in my last video in the comments, and I want to answer it here because it's easier. Slippers. I finished some slippers. These felted slippers. You knit and then you felt them, and I love them. They've been worn a lot, as you can see. Very prickly, like nibbly, I don't know what to say. And this blue, the yarn is this one, just another color. It's this Inca wool from Hjertegarn. This is the brand, the Danish. Yes. 100% Highland wool. 100 gram and 160 meters. So you knit with that and then you wash them. You knit them huge. I can show you because I'm working on a new pair for my partner. So it's huge. He has a size 44. I have a size 40. So you knit them really big and then they get small like this. You knit it and you sew together here and here, and you knit the top of the toe a little bit like a hat, and then you sew it together too. Leave it open. You wash it. And this pattern, yeah, it's a Danish pattern. I don't think you can get it. This is called Accessories number 48 from this brand called Hjertegarn. I checked the website and I couldn't really find it, and I don't think it's in English. It's a really simple pattern, but I have some other ideas written down. You could make they call Doble Tøfler from Sandnes Garn. It's a really nice pattern of slippers where you knit two together and then you slip the other one into the other one, and you also felt them. And then also the fat fur feet by Spektakelstrik is also, they look very similar. They're not felted, but they also look really nice. I mean, you can see this is from some different times where felting was big and a big thing. And maybe you have that too, or maybe you can find it if you look online. Felted, really simple felted slippers, or you can maybe even buy a pattern like this in your yarn shop. I bought this in my yarn shop that has all these Hjertegarn yarns. I think it's really basic, but I've gotten so used to patterns, so I kind of needed a pattern and some guidance, and when I saw it I felt that it's really a simple pattern, so you can definitely do it yourself, but I find it's hard to figure out how big. And yeah, it was also almost like I washed them on 30 degrees Celsius for half an hour, and they were almost too small. I had to pull them, like really pull them and make them fit my feet. But yeah, they look like hobbit shoes, but they're super warm. They did what they had to do, and I love the blue color. I hope you find, I will link you the two patterns that I set down below so that you maybe can just do those instead of the one I have. Okay, let's go to the next finished object that is for the baby. You have also seen it if you have watched my podcast, probably, because it has been in there a few times. Yay! I finished the Sovedragt, the Selma sleeping outfit, I don't know what you call it. Sleeping suit. Has this cute hoodie, and it's all knitted in what do you call it, garter stitch, just knit on both sides, and it has these folded sleeves, like you can fold so the hand doesn't come out. When you open it you can grab the hand, and the same on the feet. And then I have a lot of these colorful buttons. Rainbow buttons. Ha! This is so cute. This is the third size in the pattern. So I think 6 to 12 months. I think. Really cute. Imagine this, a baby inside of this. It's really cute. It's because this for next winter. I hope it will fit our baby. That's why I chose such a big size. And it has this raglan sleeves. And you sew a lot together in this. So for people who don't like to sew together like me, I don't recommend it. But you know, I just discovered that when I was in the pattern, so I should have just read the description. Mostly I don't do that, but it was okay too. But you know, I had to sew together the arm, I had to sew together both the legs, and then I had to sew on all these folds. Sew them on in the end here, in the side. Yeah. But overall, a very beautiful knit and a very soft fabric, and I can totally imagine my child laying in this and sleeping outside in the kinderwagon. That's what we do in Denmark. And I used this alpaca wool from Sandnes Garn. Was definitely a pricey knit, like that's why it was really hard for me to finish it, because it's just hard to knit for someone that is not on this earth yet. Like, I'm knitting it for something that I can't feel. I can feel the baby, I feel it physically inside of me and kicking and announcing itself, so I feel it, I know it's there, but it's just really hard to knit something. I thought I was gonna knit like a bunch of things and like all the time, but I mostly want to knit for myself, just the ego knitter, that's what I am. But I think when it's here, I will be much more motivated to knit baby things. So, but it was expensive, so I was like, I have to finish it. And I don't know how much time I'll get when the baby's there. I don't know how much I will be able to knit, and then I will forget everything about it, and they will go too long before I think I will knit when I have the baby. I will need to, because that's what I do. But I can imagine there will be a time at the beginning where I just need to knit something really simple. Yeah, this yarn was amazing. And by the way, I did not tell you what I'm wearing. I mean, you can't even see it really, but I'm wearing Camisole number 4 on top of my belly here. I really love it. This is made with the silk, sustainable, or the cruelty-free silk that Knitting for Olive has. Like this, their yarn. I really love it. First time wearing it actually. I just blocked it and now I wore it for the first time. I finished it a long time ago, but I was insecure about the straps because they were too long. But now that my boobs are changing and my body is changing, I gave it a chance. And it's good because then I didn't have to do the straps over, because it's a lot of work to do them over. I feel like attaching them was hard, and then I have to open that up, and so I gave them a chance, at the top a chance, and I like it. I love it. I can't wait for spring and summer so I can wear it more without t-shirts under and, you know, directly on the skin. Okay, now we've got that covered. The last 2 finished objects is, and by the way, this podcast is now a month later than the last one. I wanted to actually start to make podcasts every second week or something, but I didn't make it. So now this is a month ago that I did last one. I feel like it's a lot of things come together, a lot of small things. But that's not the goal a lot. This one is for my partner. He wished for it. It's called the Pacman Balaclava. I'm not gonna put it on. I don't want to look criminal. He looks a bit criminal when he wears it. It's great for the Nordic winter here, when you're really cold in your face. But the good thing is you can open up so your face can be open. But then you can have it closed too and only the eyes look out. Perfect for skiing or yeah, it's perfect for being outside in the biting cold wind. This is the Pacman Balaclava by Vitre Design. My partner, he chose the color. We found this yarn. It was 10 balls, 150 kroners. I will try to figure out how many euro that is. I think something with 20 euro. About 20 euro. It's really cheap for this organically dyed yarn. The brand is also Hjertegarn, and this one is called Vidal Alpaca. And it's super soft, so it's the baby alpaca yarn. So we have a lot of those left, which I will be making more things for him, but probably first next winter, because winter is almost over. Now there's snow again, but I will want to work on things for me and for the baby. He got this one, and he had it already. If you remember, if you've been here since last year winter, when we moved, I just made him, like when we moved from Germany to Denmark, I had made him this, but another color, and that one was too big, so I have upcycled it, or downcycled it to a hat. I ripped up the whole bottom until the line. It's the other way around. I ripped it up from here down till here, and then I made the decreases. That's how it is, yeah. So this is really nice, and I don't know if you can see, but it's like very much more big than this one. The gauge was totally off, and the yarn was different. The yarn was too thick. Well, anyways, now he has a new hat, and he has a new balaclava that fits perfectly. It's not too loose, and yeah, it's just tight and beautiful. That was my finished objects for today. On to the work in progress whips. You saw already this shoe. It's a one shoe, and here's the second one. But I haven't been working on this alone. This is Tive's project. My partner, he is he's knitting. I taught him knitting, and he sometimes knit a row and two, and yesterday he watched soccer, and during watching he actually knitted, I think, 3 or 5 rows. Really proud, and he was really proud, and he finally has something to do while watching something. That's what he always wanted, because I could watch things and still be knitting and not be like only watching, and he was only watching. Now we can both watch something and then we can knit, both of us. It's really nice. Now we've just had some days in the weekends always like sitting together and knitting. I feel like it's the dream of all knitters. And he's sometimes saying that, oh, today I just want to knit. I'm like, I feel like that's my sentence, and it's funny that he's saying these things, so it's nice. And we can find each other in that. So that is you need like, for my pair of slippers I needed 3 of these. And for his I have 3 too. 3 as well. 3. And these are the needles that I said that I need for another project. I want to make the wrap cardigan. No, the levitate wrap is it called. They're my favorite things knitwear. And I want to knit it, but I need these needles. So, and it's going very slow because he's very slow and new to it, and I barely knit on it because it's his thing, so it will take a while, but I will make it. And then I have one more little tiny project. It's just on very short needles. Mini cardigan, another baby knit. It's the Anchor sweater. No, it's the Harald sweater by Petite knit. It's very cute and tiny, and I will add some red. I'll make some red on the sleeves because I thought it was not colorful enough. I was looking at it like, oh, it's not colorful enough. I feel like it's a little bit too dull. And this blue yarn, I don't know the name anymore, but it's like an alpaca baby alpaca and mulberry silk. And the gray yarn, it's here. I was kindly gifted it by my dear Martina from We Grow Wild, and it fits perfectly together with the blue, and it's super soft. It is called Tibetan Cloud by Myak, and it's 100% non-superwash merino. And as she says, she wrote me this note and says, I love how soft this feels. It's perfect for hats and baby knits. So, and it's 100 gram on 300 meters, so it's a lot of meterage. And I thought, I agree, it's perfect for baby knits, so I made a baby knit with it. And there will still be enough to make a hat or something like a striped hat with more colors, maybe, than this. So I'm like finishing the bottom hem. I just need to fold it and knit it on, and then make arms. As I said, it's hard to make baby things, but this one was a little bit easier than because I've been knitting a lot of baby sweaters for friends in the past. Now it's like, I think this is now the third or second sweater I made for my baby. There will be more of these, but never know which sizes to make. Like I could make 100 different sizes. Maybe I will just make a lot. And the red one, I want to make the sleeves with something that I don't really have the brand of anymore. The German yarn, superwash yarn, red. I wanted it up last, like summer, 3 years ago, I think. So I'm like, I want to use that. So maybe I can make some matching baby things, pants or something with it. We'll see. We will see. And then I have one more whip, and then I have some, like a little tiny bit of yarn that I bought, and then that will be it. So let me show you. I love this project. This is also with yarn kindly gifted by Martina. Thank you so much. I feel so lucky and so happy that she sent me a package. It was part of a knit along that I won, and then she filled it up with more yarn. Very, very sweet. Thank you, my dear friend. This is the Burgos vest that I'm making. Burgos vest, no, Burgos. It's Portuguese, and it's by Rosa Pomar. And I've heard about her so much. I've seen the yarn so many times that she's selling in her shop in Portugal, and I want to go there someday, or just order the yarn. And then I saw this pattern. I've been wanting to make a vest during this whole pregnancy because I want to have a vest to wear on top of, and when I'm having the baby carrier or those, you know, baby wearing things, that I have something that I can put over and warm my back and still breastfeed with. I feel like this color is great, like together with the brown. It's a blue. It's a dark blue yarn. So far I'm finished with all the details, all the V-neck detail and the arm hole. I'm just now knitting the body. So one thing about this pattern. First, I'm not so good at changing from designers to other designers. I want to be better at that. But I've been knitting a lot of Petite knit, and it's just really hard to go from a relationship with her to other knitwear designers, because they're just very simple and very easy to understand and follow. Very well explained, very well, I don't know. So every time I'm doing a new kind of, new design from another maker, I feel it's hard, but it's because it's another language, and it's every time each knitwear designer has their own knitting language, and it's just hard. And I mean, it's also an English pattern, and I'm mostly used to Danish or German patterns, but I'm giving it a chance, and it's going well. It's going really well. Like, it has this nice shoulder, and the fabric is, I will show you the yarn in a minute. It's like two yarns held together, and they create this beautiful dark blue, rustic gray fabric. And She doesn't use centimeters, so she's always saying like 40 rows, so you have to count 40 rows instead of just, it's like about 20 centimeters, and then or do your desired length or whatever. But when it's about here and you have to do the details and you say, and there was like 20, I had to do something 34 rows, and it was a bit annoying to count, so I would really rather have it with centimeters, so you have something to, you can just knit along and you just put your measure tape on, and it's more easy than to have to count every single stitch. But it's nice. So onto the yarn, because I had started another project with this yarn. It's Doble from Doble, held together with this Hjertegarn. It's super soft, is the name. The color is graphite. Both of these are from Martina. Really, really sweet, and really they fit perfectly together. This one, it says it's super soft, but it's super scratchy. But together they have, I love this scratchy, rustic vest that it will be, and like a little bit of stiff. And I went down a needle size because that's what I mostly do with patterns, and it fit the gauge really nice, and it's just a bit more dense and not so see-through. But because the reason why this is rolled up in a ball is because I had started another project with it. I had casted on the White Mountain sweater, if you remember maybe from my blogs. The White Mountain sweater by Midori Hirose, and I loved it. But I did a mistake at some point in the raglan stitches, and so it just didn't fit. It had a really weird wonky fit, and it was very frustrating. And then I also was like, I don't even like it so much suddenly, because I really liked it for a time. I was really happy, and I filmed it even. I can put the footage here. And I was like really happy about it, and I mixed it with some blue, light blue Lopi yarn that I had. But I wrapped it all up and I rolled it all into this ball. This ball was like this big, and it's really hard to roll up this unspun yarn. So this is a unspun yarn that breaks really easily, but together with this Hjertegarn, it's strong enough. But there keeps being these bulbs. I don't know if you, the tension is not good anymore, so the Lopi yarn is more loose than the thin. I don't know, it's a little bit of a struggle to knit with it rolled up like this, but it's almost done. I think I will even only use this one ball for this whole cardigan, this whole vest. I don't know, I will probably use more because the whole body is coming. And then there's some I-cord etching, I think. We'll see, but there will probably be some left of this because this has a lot of meterage. Yeah, this is 100 gram and 300 meter, and this one is 50 gram and 287 meters. So there will be a little, I have 2 of these and I have 2 of these, so it will be great. I think it will be perfectly enough. I don't know what else I want to say about the vest. I love it. And the other sweater, I had come really far. Which is the cramp in my leg. I bought these 4 balls of alpaca wool from Sandnes Garn. Love the color. They were reduced. I was just waiting for the bus the other day, and then I went into my trusted yarn shop, and as you can see, there's 2, I probably can't, but these 2 are a bit more red, and these 2 are a bit more brown. You can easily see it in this light. I think I will put a little marked sign on, so I remember. I'll make a scarf. I want to make a scarf with this. I think I saw, like, look how perfect it would fit to this vest. Like a red scarf and a dark blue vest. I mean, the scarf I will use next year, but still, I could make a beautiful scarf. If you have any pattern ideas for a simple scarf that is not like I don't like it so much, these triangular shawls. I'm not such a shawl person. So more like some really nice scarves. Preferably straight along with some tassels in the end. And some kind of pattern. Some structure in it could be nice, but not too much because I'm not really... So I'm thinking of just doing it like pearl knitting, like one left, one right, one left. No, one knitting, one purl, one knitting, one purl. Or maybe the double, like 2 knit, 2 purl, 2 knit. And then in the other row, again, but not, yeah, you know, purl. That's what I'm thinking. If you have better ideas, let me know. I think it fits. It's my kind of color. It's like a copper brown, copper red brown. I just can't help it, you know, buying yarn. That was it for today, guys. It was also more than enough. As I'm saying, I really want to try and make it more often so I can talk more about the things and have less things to show, and it won't take over an hour because I just don't think everybody watches it if it's over an hour. Do you? Well, I don't want to do it. It's too much of editing. It's always too long. I like it when it's half an hour or 40 minutes. It's like, that's okay for a podcast. But yeah. Let me know what you liked, and let me know if you got inspired to knit something that I showed you, or if you maybe have already. And hope you're doing well out there, and I wish you all the best, and I hope I will continue seeing you regularly right now until the birth, and then I don't know what will happen, but until then I'm happy to be here and happy to entertain you while you knit. Knitting with you, like knitting with a friend. I love it, and I'm grateful that you are there and taking your time to give this video a thumbs up and comments. Like, it means a lot. My channel is going well at the moment, and it really gives me strength to continue doing it. So I will continue doing this as long as I have fun, and I am having a lot of fun right now with it. So I hope you will stay and watch more of my videos, and yeah. See you soon. Bye.